Hi everybody, Andy Breaksbit Osteopath here. I'm going to show you a great sequence of moves to help ease aching, pain and stiffness in the shoulders, perhaps from too much desk work or the hunched posture of cycling. So I'm going to use the Adjuvo, but you could use a piece of dowel or a broom handle. And we're just going to start with some nice trunk mobilizing and shoulder warming up. So just holding the Adjuvo out in front with your shoulders relaxed, tummy in, feet nicely apart. Have the base of the Adjuvo slightly closer to you than the top is. And I want you to keep looking forward and keep the pelvis facing forward. Keep the tummy in, of course. And then just gently taking the arms round with the shoulders down and relaxed. Keep the arms straight but relaxed, just to gently warm up the rib cage. Now, taking the Adjuvo out to the side, we're going to do some warm-ups for the shoulders. So holding it about head height, we're just going to do 3 little swings forwards and backwards, 2 and 3. Now we're going to circle 3 times round in each direction, bending the elbow, now swapping the direction. 1, 2 and 3. If you're comfortable, take your hand then to the top of the Adjuvo, just let your thumb rest on the top, and again let's do 3 in each direction. We're just warming up the shoulder for some of the moves to come. 3 in the opposite direction, 2 and 3, and then let's just swap sides. So holding out to the other side, tummy gently in, shoulders relaxed. Let's start with some 3 in each direction, just nice long swoops. 2, keeping facing forward, and 3, and then circling. Again, you want the base of the Adjuvo slightly closer towards you than the top when it's at arm's length. 3, and reversing the direction, hand on the hip. Just allowing the whole body to move a little bit, just warming up. Now take the hand to the top. If you get a pinching on the top of the shoulder and you can't ease that by relaxing the shoulder, just bring the hand a little lower down. So again, let's do 3 swoops in each direction, and 2 and 3, and then circling 3 times in each direction. 1, 2, 3, allowing the elbow to bend, and again 3 in the other direction. And 2 and 3. That's great. So I'm going to shorten the Adjuvo down to just one section out at each end. If you're using a dowel, you can just hold it a bit further in. And now we're going to hold the Adjuvo with the palms of the hands gently pushing in, applying a little bit of compression, tummy gently in, feet nicely apart. And we're just going to do a little swinging with the arms straight, applying a little bit of pressure on the one that's leading, resisting slightly with the other one. So we're going forwards and backwards. And now we're going to go diagonally. So one hand goes slightly behind, the other goes in front. And we're keeping the arms straight. 3 and 2 and 1. We're doing 3 in each direction. So swapping to the other diagonal now. 1, 2, shoulders down, and 3. And then we're going to combine those into a little figure of 8. So we'll do 3. You can allow your hips to move a little bit. So we'll call that 3 and 4. We're doing 6 of these. 5 and 6. Now we'll do the same movement behind with the Adjuvo at the same length. So we're just going to have it behind us. I'll turn around so you can see, shoulders down, and we're gently taking, initially try to do it just with the arms and shoulders, and then you can allow, so that's 2 and 3. Now we're going for the diagonal, so shoulders down, one arm forward, and 1 and 2 and 3. Now the other diagonal, 1 and 2 and 3. And let's combine those now for a 6. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, tummy nicely in, 5 and 6, and then let's come back round to the front. We'll just loosen up before we now extend the Adjuvo to 2 sections out at each end. So your arms are going to go a little further now. The shoulders will be taken through a slightly bigger range of movement. So shoulders down, arms nice and straight, tummy gently in. And again, let's do 3 swing boats. Just check for low light. 2 and 3. Now going on the diagonals. Again, just check behind and in front. 1, 2 and 3. And on the other diagonal. 1 and 2 and 3. Now let's combine those into that little figure of 8 again. 1, tummy in, shoulders down. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And now let's go behind. So take the Adjuvo behind you. I'll turn round now so I'm facing you to the front. Shoulders down, palms gently pushing in on the end. And again, let's just do the little swing boat to start with. 1 and 2 and 3. Now let's do the diagonals for 3. So 1 and 2 and 3. Now the other diagonal, shoulders down, tummy in. 1 and 2 and 3. Now we'll combine those into the figure of 8. 1, we're doing 6, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Good. Now I've shown you with the hands pushing in on the ends, but to make subtly different changes and have different effects onto the shoulder, you can have the knuckles forward and the shoulder slightly internally rotated, which just puts a little bit more stretch into the back of the rotator cuff. You can do the same movements. You can also do it with the palms forward, which opens out the front of the shoulders and the chest. So a little bit more on the pecs and also the front of the rotator cuff. So you can do those exact same movements. Now, let's just gently loosen off again with some movements at the front. We'll just do 3 in each direction again with the Adjuvo at full length. 2 and 3. And now we'll do a little bit of hanging from the Adjuvo to make the most really of having loosened up the shoulders. Probably we should do a little more tree climbing in our daily lives, but we don't. So this can help counteract that. So hold the top of the Adjuvo with both hands. Have the feet slightly apart, tummy in, shoulders down, bend through the knees slightly and then lean forward on the Adjuvo. I've made sure obviously I've done the locks up nicely, and we're gently taking the top of the Adjuvo side to side, providing a traction in stretching through the shoulders. It also helps open out nicely the front and top of the chest.
So you bent your knees and you stuck your bottom out.
I've bent my knees. I'll turn sideways so you get a little.
And you're thinking of the underarms gently opening out towards the Adjuvo?
Absolutely, down towards the Adjuvo. The kind of thing that you would get if you were hanging by your arms from a rope. And of course that's the perfect antidote to the hunched over position. And just to introduce you very quickly and briefly to some of the other great things that you can do with the Adjuvo in terms of self massage and advanced myofascial release really onto the shoulders. You can use the end of the Adjuvo as a little acupressure point into the front of the shoulder, particularly the part where the biceps comes up over the front of the shoulder, which can get a little congested near where the pectoralis major, the pecs, attach as well, just to provide a little bit of pressure and a little bit of inhibition, as we call it. And you can also use the Adjuvo again against a wall for some very nice self-massage and myofascial release.
And we have another video for that.
We do have another video for that in much more detail.
Which is on Adjuvo Health.
So I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll come back to you with some other videos very soon.